the cage and jump on top of you. Here we go. Right off to the middle. A couple little bows. George Billy. Trevor Smith. Trevor in the blue gloves. George Billy in the red gloves. Try to measure both these guys up. We're talking about 5'2" and 5'6". I wouldn't fight 5'2" ever. George Billy is just something to watch. But look at Trevor Smith. Oh, look how strong George Billy is. Trevor Smith gets caught. Tries to throw a couple of rights and lefts. Let's see if George Billy can capitalize on this real quick here. If he can get his arms up, a couple of hammer fists.
Good. He is so fun to
He just
watch.
pays attention. We saw him lose the one fight that he was in. Oh, look how strong he is. Trevor Smith out of Pilsung MMA. Couple of knees, couple of hammer fists. Let's see if he can sink this in. George Billy, total control of this fight early.
He made up for that height difference real quick.
Yeah, real quick. 5'2", George Billy.
Just a couple inches taller than you.
I know. And I can barely ride the rides at King's Dominion. Great job by Trevor Smith getting out of that, because that's something that most fighters don't get out of with George Billy. Just missed the right. George Billy throwing a huge right. Just came across the front of the nose of Trevor Smith. Rights, left high kick. Blocked pretty good by Trevor Smith. Good front kick. Just be careful when you start throwing these rights and lefts for Trevor, because George Billy will capitalize on anything you make a mistake at. Both fighters still toe-to-toe right here in the middle. Both fighters still toe-to-toe. Here we go. Both fighters kind of just measuring each other up. Not a whole lot of action right now, but I'm going to tell you, it goes in spurts. George Billy just kind of pushes things through. Trevor Smith in the blue gloves. George Billy in the red gloves. Scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Both fighters still just kind of measuring each other up. If they got a little excitement there early, but now we're just kind of measuring things up here. Trevor Smith, I think, realizes real quick he doesn't want to make a mistake with George Billy. Oh, a couple of rights. He tried it quick, but George Billy going to be how strong he is. Pushes him up against the cage. Picks him up, slams him down again. Great takedown by Billy.
Unbelievable.
Just how strong he is and how quick he is. Just one mistake, you try to keep some action going. Let's see what happens when George tries to pull him around. Good half guard.
Look how smart.
I mean, he just tries to get the hooks in. If he can get the hooks in here, just push it. Look, he's using his head to push his head down. Just pushes him to the ground.
He does little crafty things that you only
Are
know
irritating.
because of experience. He
I
does
know.
Stuff that
You're right, Chris. And what happens is the difference is experience. We've seen George Billy so many times. I'm shocked he hasn't tried to go pro.
Yeah, well,
I'm glad he's not. I'm glad he's here.
he has a 6-1 record.
And the one he lost, he barely lost.
Yeah.
Couple of rights and lefts. Those are really stinging Trevor Smith. Trevor Smith on the bottom, George Billy on the top here in the red gloves.
Smith covering up, just trying to stay alive right now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's see if we can get that sunk in there.
It looks
Is
like
he-
he's
and
got
he's
it,
going to arch
Kevin.
his back. He's going to pull him back. Let's see.
He's
He
got
tapped it out, and
it.
it's over. George Billy. Look at that. Just going to sit there and make sure everything's okay. Great job by George Billy. Just rear naked choke, just quick.
Just another
Just
unbelievable
quick. Just works him up
performance.
out of the guys out of Makito. We've talked about it before.
Guy is fun to watch, man.
Just fun to watch. You're right.
Kevin, I'm going to climb in here in the cage. I've got
No chance.
I've got a special.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, referee Brian Cunningham has called a stop to the action. 3 minutes and 26 seconds into the very first round. For your winner, by rear naked choke, in the red corner, George Billy!
Well, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. The title holder, George Billy, in the lightweight. Excuse me, in the featherweight division.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to say a huge thank you to Trevor Smith. He had a tough time getting here this evening, but he got here.